If you're an anime watcher and you still have yet to watch Hunter x Hunter, stop watching whatever shitty anime you're watching right now and get on Hunter. This show is quite literally the best put together anime I've ever seen. Is it my favorite? No, but it is top 3, and I'll tell you why. This show has all the components that every anime needs to succeed. It has a great story, character development is awesome, badass characters, and its emotional pulls on your heart will just make you fall in love with this show. It's so complex and it's so interesting to watch these characters grow. You'll fall in love with it within the first 10 episodes, and it's only 148, which is way smaller than any other anime. Although it's only 148, do not expect any more episodes for the future, because it's come to an abrupt end at episode 148. They gave us a farewell, and they basically left us on a fat ass cliffhanger because the writer of the show, Togashi, he just isn't well enough to write more content. But I think that they could potentially bring in new writers. Togashi could guide them towards a right direction to where he wants the story to go. And I have a lot to say about that, so let's get into it. Now, if you don't remember exactly how Hunter x Hunter ended, I'll do a brief summary. Killua, Gon, and Iruka go help Gon find his father's house. They eventually do so, and then they say their farewells. Gon's like, Killua, you're my best friend, you're my dog. I'll see you later. And he's like, yeah, for sure. This isn't goodbye. You know what I'm saying? We'll meet up soon again. And then Gon goes to his father's house. He climbs up the fucking beanstalk or whatever the hell. And it basically ends there. They have a few laughs, and then that's how the show ends. I was just thinking about it, and I just brainstormed. I think Gon would shock his father very much by how powerful he is. Because you got to think about how young Gon is. Gon's only 12, 13. And he got his license at like 11 or 12. So his father would be just thrown away by how strong his son got. And then he'd start to teach him the techniques that he uses to get him even stronger. Because you got to realize that Jing was one of the top hunters in the entire world. He definitely can see that his son followed through and has that strength just like he does. And then maybe Gon and Jing would encounter some of Jing's old enemies or rivals, and then Gon would use the techniques that his father taught him, and then it would just build on their relationship and give them more character development, and their bond would grow stronger. And then these are a few like off the top of the head thoughts that I was thinking. Maybe Hisoka seeks out Gon and attempts to fight him for like his own benefit, and Jing and Gon have a fight with Hisoka. If you remember, when Hisoka and Gon first fought, Hisoka was just drooling over Gon, quite literally, about how strong he sees him to be and how much potential he has and all that weird shit. I feel like that would be a great fight because Hisoka's very, very strong. And then I think this could lead to the possible revival of the Phantom Troop. And the Phantom Troop would consist of the remaining members, including Hisoka. I feel like they could somehow bring Hisoka in, and then whenever him and Jing and Gon fight Hisoka basically explains that the troop is actually coming back and that they're gonna go after Kurapika, because Kurapika and Hisoka did meet each other, and they did have an interference with each other. If you remember, it could lead to basically a war between the Phantom Troop and the main character gang: Leodio, Kurapika, Gon, Killua, and then Jing. Throw in Aluka, throw in the Jiraiya dude. I forgot those their names. The dude that looked like Jiraiya, the Afro dude. All of them, and then just like have a war between them. That would be a great like 50 plus episodes that you could adapt upon. Like that would be so interesting. And that's it for my thoughts on Gon being trained by his father. That right there could basically just finish off the series if they really planned it out and fleshed it out. Let's get on to the other topic that I had. After parting ways with Gon, Killua and Aluka would live out their dream of traveling together, and most likely have a great job doing so. If you remember, Killua was the only one that actually cared for his sister. Everyone else saw her as a danger. Everyone else saw her as just a weapon of destruction. That's why she was locked up for her entire life, and he was the only one that cared to take her out and show her what life is like outside of a box. But I feel like this would only be a short period of time, maybe like 2 or 3 months, because while traveling, people were starting to notice that Killua and Iluka are part of the Zoldyck family, and they'll probably basically be shunned from travel because everyone's terrified of them. And this could eventually lead to Killua having a resentment towards outside people, making him fall back into his murderous ways while also trying to contain the darkness of Iluka. If your sister is seeing you being a fucking cold-hearted badass, killing anyone who says anything to you, the darkness from her side is going to come back out, and then she'll start to ask questions like she once did, leading back to her darkness. And that will definitely end him back to his house, back to his home, where he'll probably be tortured again for leaving with his sister. He'll probably be congratulated by his father for his accomplishments and be deemed worthy enough to take the mantle as assassination underling under his father. And it could be a mental tug of war for Killua. On one hand, he wants to be a role model for his sister and someone that can show her brightness and light and happiness. But on the other hand, he can't have that because he has to protect her from the resentment of the world because they're terrified of the Zoldyck family. So that's why I think he'll choose being his father's underling and eventually going on missions with his father, assassinating people, because that's his heritage. That's where he's from. That's what his family does. And, I think that could lead into something even bigger than what it could turn out to be. Something even bigger than what anyone can imagine it to be. And that's what I'll talk about now. Now I'm just going to bring up the most obvious of all. Yes, Killua and Gon will reunite, but not in the way everyone hopes to see, more in the way like everyone dreads to see. This is a rough idea that I had, just a thought. Do not tear me apart, please. But, maybe while Gon is, I don't know, home or just away from his dad and Jing is out doing whatever, Killua pulls up on Jing because he was sent there by his father to, maybe assassinate Jing for a hit put out on him for all the rivals that Jing has made in the past. Then Killua very quickly realizes who he is, that he's Gon's father, and then he doesn't go through with the mission. And then once he doesn't, obviously Killua's father is going to be heated and then want Killua's head. But, Killua, right after, he could maybe run to Gon and then ask Gon for help, and then him and Gon possibly try to talk to his father. Or, do not tear me apart, it could take a very drastic turn, and then Gon and Killua set up a plan to kill Killua's father. Now, do I think this will happen? No, because it's just too far out there. Could Gon and Killua pull it off? Maybe. Maybe with Jing's help, maybe with Kurapika Leorio's help. I'm not sure. That was just a thought that I had, but no, I don't think they'll try to kill Killua's father. Maybe they'll just try to talk him out of it, and then maybe they'll both it'll just end up into another arc or whatever. But I do truly believe in the war one at the beginning of the video. That one, I think, if anything in this video happens, I think that one is the most plausible to happen because it makes the most sense, and I don't understand why the writers wouldn't put that in. But yes, Gon and Killua will reunite, and then they'll go on more missions for how long the episodes are gonna end up till, if they ever come back. Hopefully they do. Let's go to my final thoughts of the video. Do I think any of this could happen? Hell no. But it's good to throw any of these ideas out there, and just in case, by stroke of luck, any of these writers are actually listening. Also, just to voice your opinion about an anime, and I care for this anime a lot, and it's just sad to see such an S tier anime get such a half-assed ending just because of the health of the writer. Major props to Togashi for creating such a masterpiece, and I wish him wellness. Yeah, like again I said, I feel like this is one of the best anime out there, and the show has to come back for at least 50 more episodes. If they get new writers, if Togashi starts writing at least a little bit more. I know he has some stuff written already, but the anime just has yet to come back. I'm not sure if the manga is still going or not, but I know the manga did surpass the anime. And from what I heard from the manga, I haven't read any of it, but from what I heard, like I heard it gets really, really good. And I just want to see that in anime form. Like I'm just begging, because that show is perfect all around. And hopefully it does come back. I would not settle for anything less than 50 more episodes. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.